I am still in Montevideo in Uruguay, and I have moved from the old city, which is down that way, about 2.5 kilometers this way, and staying in a new hostel just over there. And I think this is my last day in the city. Now I am heading towards the beach down that way. I'm just going to see what is different about this side of the city, the capital, and this is one of the parks. Bit of greenery, a bit of open space. There's just a lot of people by the lake just chilling out, and this is a lot different from Old Town, where it feels a bit run down. And the lake's getting cleaned out as well. So there's plenty to see around here, and I'm just going to try and find it all. So this is Parque Rodó, and already I am impressed because you have got signs in English. So this is the Pabellón de la Música, donated in 1930 by the German community to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the swear of the Constitution. And seemingly there's German composers on each side. Oh wow, you got Mozart, Beethoven, Wagner, and Brahms. And the lake is still getting cleaned. There's actually quite a lot to do in this park. There's a sign over there saying there's open air theatres, there's a castle, and there's a photo gallery down here that takes you towards the fountain. And my plan was to head towards the lighthouse, so I might head to the castle on the way back. Oh, it's Big Ben. I'm expecting to see that. But these look like photographs from around the world. Someone camping in the Alps, and a haircut in Hanoi, in Vietnam. But the path leads you down to, that looks like an impressive fountain. That's beautiful. And there's a little bit of a breeze, so the water is actually coming back onto me. And the reason I want to head down this way is because the Old Town, there is no beach, and I didn't really think there would be one in Montevideo, but looking at the map, there's one just there. Right, the beach is across the road just there, but I've just seen this guy here, Confucius. He's someone I never thought I'd see in Uruguay. But I am now going to try and get across this road and see what the beach is like. And this is it. Now it is Tuesday today, so I can't see it being too busy. There's a few people getting the suns in. And this is the estuary of the River Plate, so it's not exactly the ocean. It's quite nice, and that breeze is just perfect. So although I've been in the Old Town for the last 3 days, which is classed as the historical side, I've enjoyed it. I have. A lot of the locals who have commented have said, like, you need to move out of the place. It's dirty, it's too much graffiti. But it's been interesting. The hostel I stayed in, can't fault it, amazing. The circus. And the reason I wanted to come here was just to get another glimpse of Montevideo, just to get my education about the city. And there will be other places that people will be saying, oh, you need to go here, you need to go there. I've only got a short time. So I've left the beach and I'm now on what I would call the promenade. But this is the Rambla, and it is an uninterrupted pathway of 22 kilometers that covers the whole of the Montevideo coast, and it goes all the way down to the old town. I mean, you could easily do a half marathon along this. You've got so much green area around. So you get a lot of people who use the Rambla to do their running, like this person here. There's bikes going along, like that guy there. It's like I've pre-planned all this. So I'm going to walk along to see the jetty where it sticks out, where the lighthouse is. As you walk down, you do get less people, apart from the occasional runner, bicycle, power walker. But when you look behind you, you've got the outline of the city there. That's quite good. And in the background, just over there, you can just make out the lighthouse. And that's what I'm heading for. Uruguay is thousands of miles away from Europe, but right here on the Rambla is a memorial to the Holocaust. Memorial del Holocausto del Pueblo Judío. Wow. So just over here, it looks like there's rail tracks leading out to the sea. There's just little plaques around, so this whole area is a memorial. So even on the rocks down here, Anabalog. So I'm wondering if there's people from Montevideo that was in the Holocaust. Powerful. And then you've got these walls here. I'm assuming it's part of the memorial. In fact, yeah, there's another sign down there. And this is it. Didn't expect to see anything like that here. Wow. Walking along the Rambla, this feels like a totally different world from the old town. Well, it's all enclosed. This place is just open. You've got some modern buildings up there. You've got a nice park over that way. Someone having a little picnic. It just feels like I'm in the countryside. if it hadn't been for the traffic. It's nice. Right, just through the trees there you can just see the lighthouse. But I've come up here because I just saw the sign for this piece of grass with some nice little seats to look at the river. This is Plaza Canada, and then just opposite Plaza Canada, some really looking nice apartments. They look very expensive, especially with a view like that. So I've just walked all the way around. It's a bit misleading. It feels shorter than what I've done. So behind me I've got a small marina, not quite Punta del Este with its multi-million-pound yachts. The lighthouse is this way, but I think this is a naval base. If it is, it's a very small one. I don't think I should be filming military bases. But as I was coming down, there's loads of little camper vans around here. There's about 4 or 5 of them down there. One down there. So I guess this is a perfect place just to come and pack, sleep here, just next to a naval base. At least it'll be safe. There it is. It's the lighthouse. It's a lot more modern than what I thought it'd be. I might climb these stairs. Well, I would climb the stairs if there wasn't a sign there saying don't pass. Oh, we're not allowed to go to the lighthouse. So I just walked back around. There's a sign down there that points into there where I was to see a lighthouse, but I've come, as I said, the long way around, and there it is. Now I say it looks modern, maybe not. That looks pretty old. So you've got a little date on there, 1876. That's old. You can't get in. Hours is 10 to 12, 3 till 5. It's 4 o'clock now. Nope, can't get in. So a quick look online. This is Faro de Punta Brava, and it was indeed built in 1876. And that is all I can find out. So at the moment, there's doing a lot of construction work over there, and there's a sign just around the corner which I think states it's going to be a restaurant, because there doesn't seem to be a lot around here. Or maybe it's going to be an extension to the naval base, because the restaurant's actually down that way. Who knows? Right, I've come a lot further out. And I found a real proper beach. Now, but look at this beach. It's like being Punta del Este, just about. The reason I've come here is because this green area here is called Winston Churchill Square, and there is a statue of the great man himself. There you go. So I've done a translation of what it says just there. and it's this man in the darkness saw, in doubt he led, in danger he acted, in the deepest despair he shone, with hope that gives light at midnight. The world he saved pours blessing upon his head. That's from an English poet. So obviously Britain's always had some sort of ties to Uruguay, from the constitution, the railways, the trade. So it makes sense that they've got a statue of a great British guy just there. I mean, here's another great British guy here. Could put another statue just there. Just saying. Right, I'm going to head back. I want to go and see the castle, which I said I was going to go and see. I've walked a fair bit, so I'm actually going to get an Uber back. It'll probably be about an hour's walk. I've just seen that at the back of Winston. Plaza Winston Churchill. Yeah, it's not exactly a square. So I'm back at the park, and it feels like I've done one big loop around the area, and I don't think I'm quite disappointed by this castle. I can't believe I was just over there earlier on and missed this totally. And it looks like the lake has been cleaned up. The clean is gone. Wow. So I'm in front of the castle, the Castillo de Parque Rodó, and it was built in 1935 as, believe it or not, a children's library. That is one strange children's library that I've seen anywhere. So I've come round to the side. Now see there's a statue there with a bloke with a child. But this library, it's got turrets. I mean, it was built 5 years after the World Cup Stadium. Not often I'm surprised, but surprised me. Wow. Little bridge underneath. That's crazy, but I'm impressed. There's not much to see, but I've seen a bit more of Montevideo, and this part is still really nice. I should have explored a bit more earlier on, but tomorrow I am leaving and I'm going somewhere a bit different. So most backpackers, tourists, and trying to keep the sun away, will come in through Argentina and stay on the coast to Brazil or vice versa. Not me. Tomorrow I'm going inland. I'm off to Florida, or as the Uruguayans say, Florida, I think. It's a 2-hour bus ride into the countryside. It's, if I want to see what Uruguay is really like, not the touristy places, I need to go to a city that's a bit different. Now, I have done my research on Florida, and the bus goes directly. I had somewhere else to go to after that, but it looks like there's no buses that goes direct. Uruguay treats Montevideo like a wheel with the cogs going out, so you've only got one bus route there, one bus route there, etc. So if I can't get another bus elsewhere, it means I'm going to have to come back to go back up. So will I be coming back to here? I might be. But if you've enjoyed this video, then all you got to do is press that like button. Don't forget to hype it. And if you want to see the next video of Florida, the real Uruguay, then all you got to do is subscribe. But until the next time, bye bye for now.